This month we're tying in remembrance of springtime and coming out of spring. We are tying the Allen Brothers Prince Nymph, which is pretty similar to the traditional, but we've added a few little tweaks, just like the Pheasant Tail and Hare's ear. The partridge soft hackle collar is again added on. Some brighter dubbing to be a little flashier and more durable, being synthetic versus natural peacock. And yeah, it's just a great pattern. It'll get down deep for you, and it's a great point fly to fish with smaller midges or any other pattern you might want to fish behind it. But we use it a lot for dredging deep water in bigger sizes and medium sizes for even small water. But it's just an excellent pattern for dark, early season, late spring fishing. Hope you enjoy. After you thread it on the bead, start by just attaching the thread right behind the bead and take it back to the bend. Clip that off. Gonna next tie. You can try to tie in tails together, but I think one at a time is usually a little easier. Just go ahead and put one on, let it slide to the other side there. Come up a couple wraps to prevent it from slipping too much more. You can even leave those you don't have to clip those short because you can just wrap those up under your dubbing. Lay the second one on the side and come back so they're coming out at the same point. You can see they're split nice. You just have to work at arranging them. That gets a little easier just the more you do it. Come up to the front, lash those loose ends down. Now you can take and get your copper started right there. You want to use it through the whole body. Come to the back. Okay. Alright, now we're going to apply the dubbing. Get your Hare's ice. Fairly chunky body, so you can apply liberally. Go right back to where the tails are tied in. Make sure you don't leave a gap there. Start heading forward. Apply a little more dubbing. Continue forward. Make sure you don't crowd it too much there because we're going to have to do the hackle. And then we're going to wrap the copper. Nice even wraps. Way up. Tie that off. Use the bend technique to get the wire off. Just rotate it around until it snaps off, giving you that hook for the keep the copper from pulling out. Get a quick inspection there. Okay, next step we're going to tie on the antenna, the traditional antenna. Just one at a time on these as well. Just checking for length. Looks about right, but it should come to about the bend of the hook, the tips there. Throw on the second one and adjust for length. You can slide the one up just with your fingernail sometimes if it needs to be coaxed around there. Make sure when you get them lashed down, they're kind of separated, nice little V in there. Right, then we're going to go ahead and clip these guys off and put the thread right where those come together. Next we're going to take our brown partridge feather and we're going to tie it in just like we did on the pheasant tail and the hare's ear. Split the front. We use a fairly big one. I'll send big ones with the package so that they'll fit the size of the Prince Nymph. Separate that and tie it in right where you've separated the feather. Lash it down, clip off the little tag forward. We're going to fold the hackle, make a wrap. This Prince, you can do a little more than most flies just because it is a pretty bushy big pattern. So 2 or 3 wraps is not too much. Tie it off once you've made a couple wraps. Pull off the excess. And bring that right back. You got your hackle tied in. And then we're just going to finish the fly with a little dubbing collar to protect the thread and finish it up nicely. The fish teeth can't nick it and ruin your fly. There we go. Slide it in for whip finish. And really want to take your thumbnails in there and really let that dubbing kind of slide up into the bead and pull at the same time and get it to snug up in there. That way your bead's tight and the dubbing's nice and snugged in there. Clip it off, and there's the AB Prince Nymph. Buggy, the hackle will breathe as it's dead drifted, but also if you swing it out, often it'll catch the fish's attention. Got the little forked tails, and there we go.